in task 1, in task 1, the scenario assumes that we lost our root password and also our Grub menu, and our Grub menu is being protected by an unknown password. Because of this, the normal method we have learned in our lesson 1 practical, which is added the boot parameters from the Grub menu, cannot be used. So what we can only do is to bypass the Grub menu and gain the full administration access, reset the 2 password. So now we need to, let's first power on the VM. Wait for the VM to open, and at this time we need to activate our finlock. Prepare to press F2. When we hear this sound, that means we have already gone to the BIOS utility, and then we need to use our arrow key to change the menu. We need to go to the boot menu. And from here, we can see the removable device and hard drive is at the first and second priority. But to go to rescue mode, we need to use the CD-ROM drive as the first one. How to do it? We need to use our Shift and plus. Then we use F10 to save and exit. Here is the installer menu. I will choose troubleshooting and followed by rescue Oracle Linux system. So now we can go to the rescue mode.
2,000 years later.
So now we have already gone into rescue system. I will select option 1 to continue with mounting. So now we need to press enter to get a shell. Just press enter. We need to run this code. chroot mnt/sysroot. Just I will have said before, there are some sys image just need to replace. So now this command gives us root access to the whole system, so we can reset our root password now with the password root. Just use root and confirm. So now we need to reset our Grub password. Can use the command line like this. To change the Grub password, actually have a lot of ways. I have already mentioned 2 ways inside my written report. Okay, we not only need to type in this word, because Grub2 set password is create a password, set a new password. We also need to regenerate the Grub configuration file, which can help us to save this config. So we need to write Grub mkconfig -o//bash boot /grub2 /grub.cfg. Okay, here we can see it has added a boot menu entry for the UEFI fireware setting, and it was done. So now we need to exit the security menu, the security mode. So now we have go back to the installer menu here. Now we need to reboot. So during the boot, we need to use F2 to help us go into the BIOS menu.
2,000 years later.
After coming in the BIOS menu, do the same thing we done at the beginning. Use the arrow key, go to the boot menu. Now what we need to do is to make it to the original sequence. And press F10 to save and exist. Okay, so now we have come to the login page. Then we need to verify that whether we can use the new password we set previously to access to log in as root using the new password. So just type in root, then try. Then we just need to wait. Okay, so now we can see we have logged in successfully. Yes. So now we need to type in the terminal. So here we can see the root. So we have access as a root. And then we restart. We will be prepared to type E to go into the Grub boot entry. Okay, so here we have already go inside. Enter the username as root. Then we use the new password we have set, grub2. Okay, so we have already go into the Grub boot menu. In task 4, we need to use Fail2ban service to protect a password-protected web page from the brute force attack. Before we simulate our brute force attack and to check our Fail2ban, we need to first check our web page. So this is our web page. Let's press enter to go inside, and we will see it promotes to ask us our username and password. So it is successfully protected by the password. So it's already verified. It says unauthorized, and here, so then we need to check our fail2ban. Is it active? So we need to check it with this command. With this command, we can confirm that our fail2ban service is active, and this rule is also active, because in the jail list you have Apache authentication jail. It is active. And then we need to check the detail of the Apache authentication. Here don't have any banded IP list before attacking, and we need to check, do they have any list, do they have any rich rule, some special rules coming out inside our firewall? They don't have. The promote is 0. And then we need to use our client VM to do a brute force attack. To do a brute force attack, we first need to type in this one if we want to do the bunk attack. Then we use this one. It is a loop. It will help us do the 5 brute force attempts, and these attempts will all be failed login attempts. So here, let's go to the access log and see. We can see they have 3 of this is the wrong attempt, unauthorized attempt. And then let's check after the act what attack what is it look like. So we can see here they have a ban IP list come out, and let's go to check the firewall rules. So 2 rules comes out, 2 rich rules comes out. It don't let this IP address to access our web page. So if we use try here, try again, it will say problem loading pages unable to connect. Yeah, so it means we are successfully ban the client IP. But however, for sometimes we want to allow this IP to continue doing other things. To access our web page, we need to type in this command, and the client IP is our banded IP. So it is this one. So after this, let's verify whether the unbanned IP is successful. Just need to go to the firewall, look at the rules, don't have rules, and go to the detail of Apache authentication, don't have banded IP. So that means we are successfully.